What's good, YouTube? It's your boy the Fourth Ken, and I'm back with another video. Today we have an interesting tutorial. As you can see right off the bat, he's missing hair in his left C cup. So usually my client, like when I first started cutting his hair, he asked for a low taper, and I would tell him, nah, like it just a long-term solution. There is no long-term solution for like hair missing from a piece. It's just genetics. So today I just said we're gonna do a high taper. He trusts me. He said he wanted like a 3 with the grain, so I went with a 6 against the grain. Once again, he put his trust in me. When you really take care of your clients, they'll trust you. So his hair, he has a thinner crown, kind of like me and my hair. So with a thinner crown, sometimes it's better to go against the grain. So that's what I'm doing with my wall magic clips. I'm going with a 6 and a lever's close against the grain. So right here is the spot. I don't know why it's been like this whenever, since the first time I cut his hair. It's just missing hair right there. So if we did do a low taper, he used to get a low taper. I did it on him before. The short-term solution is enhancements, you know what I'm saying? But right when he would go home, it would fade away and the haircut would be fire, but just not on that side. So I convinced him, he trusts me. I just was like, let's do a high taper, man. Just trust me. So we're setting that guideline in a little weird. I don't like doing my guidelines like this, like an arch, but I'm kind of forced to, just to blend in that bald spot. And to make it super bald on this side, you're gonna want to take your shavers and go up to that spot. Now I have my wall magic clips and the levers completely open. I'm compressing the guidelines and I'm keeping the high taper low. It's very important when you're doing this, because if you take it up too high, it's gonna look like a burst fade and a mohawk. And on this channel, we don't do that unless the clients ask for a mohawk or a burst fade. Other than that, we keep that high taper low. Once you erase that guideline out with the lever halfway enclosed, you're gonna wanna take your one guard with the lever all the way open. And notice how at the top, I'm not setting in a harsh guideline, I'm kind of flicking out to make it easier. And then right here, I'm gonna close my lever and using my corners to really blend out that area. Now this fade on this side, I wanted to show the difficult side. The other side in the back was easy because there's no like thin spots, but this side was difficult. So I wanted to show it just to be authentic on this channel, you know what I'm saying? So right here, I have my 4 guard and I'm debulking the top. And by doing this, I'm kind of setting myself up to not push that taper up too high. Now I have my 3 guard with the babulous guards and I'm using my wall magic clip. And once again, I'm just scooping out. I'm not trying to really go up too high. And then I close my lever right here. And as you can see, it's debulking it pretty nice. Now, I switched to my industry guard. Why? Well, to me, it's kind of like a long number 3 guard. So the teeth are longer, so it gives me more room to work with. It's kind of like in between that 4 closed and the 3 open with the babulous. Now I have my 2 guard with the Andis Masters. And for those wondering, I am using the double magnetic guards. Very effective, I love them. Especially when cutting waves. I really like them when, I'm cutting waves. But on this type of hair, it works too. And I want you guys to notice something, like different clippers work better on different textures of hair. So on this texture of hair, the ideal clipper, if I had to complete this whole haircut with one clipper, it would either be the wall magic clips or the babulous FX. I would not, the haircut would have been way difficult if I would have completed it with just the Andis Master. Now I have my 1.5 guard and I'm just flicking out using that corner to bleed. And we're back with our 1 guard. Just notice how I'm really focusing in on that corner because that's where the bald spot is. So that's the trouble spot. Everywhere else is gonna automatically come together, but I'm really gonna be focusing on that corner. Now I have my half guard with the wall guards. This is the wall half guard. Now this cuts very low, extremely low. So it cuts at a different length than the Babyliss zero guard. And now I grab my Babyliss zero guard, and right here what I'm going to be doing is this guard is really going to do the trick in regards to that corner. It's going to really blend it out perfectly just how I need it. And we're back with our 2 guard, just debulking. I seen it was just a weight line that you can't really see on the camera, but it was bothering me. And then I grab my 1 guard, using the left corner and being careful. And now I just have my lever open with my Babyliss FXs. And I'm using this clipper because although the teeth aren't as long as the Masters, I just like the way this clipper feels. I like detailing with this clipper. It's a good detail clipper. And as you can see, that side's blended. So this side was easy. This side in the back, so I'm gonna let you guys watch it. So for the back shape up, it's pretty much, just keeping it natural, but also you want to make it sharp. His hair in the back isn't as thick as his hairline, but we still got the job done. Now, the reason why I'm using these clippers is because his skin is sensitive back here, so the teeth are deeper. So I literally just have to go over it once or twice and it gets the job done. The teeth are deep. So I forget what blade this is, but this is the influencer trimmer. These blades are different than like the regular gold blades. The gold blades are thinner. So right now I'm using the gold blade because these are more precise. So for a mustache, you want to be precise. You barbers know what I mean. But for those of you who don't know, you want to be precise on a mustache because you know all the straggly hairs and stuff. Now, as you look at his hairline, you can notice that it looks like he already got a shape up. Like, it doesn't look like he needs one. Now, why? You may ask yourself why. Well, it's because I do this on every haircut, on his haircut. Not every client, but on most of my clients, I do this so that they come back looking like this. So what we did was we took the 4 guard against the grain and then the 3.5 open. Now, what does that do? It's really laying his hair down so that his shape up lasts. Then we add water, hairspray, and more water to kind of blend that hairspray out. And we use a paper towel to really wipe it away. Then once it's dry, it's time for the shape up. So as you can see, before I even shape it up, it looks straight. Like, it just looks perfectly prepped. This is perfectly prepped hair and perfectly prepped skin, because there's two parts to a lineup. You really want to prep the hair first. That's the most important part. But you also want to prep the skin, because you can give a sharp line, but the skin ain't prepped right. Now your client got scabs. You know what I'm saying? It's tricky when dealing with skin too. But just notice how I'm keeping my blade straight. And I'm just taking my time. I'm not rushing. The front line, you can rush on the tapers. You can rush on the fades. You can rush on taking the hair down. But if you have to take your time on one part, please, just take your time on the lineup, man. That's the most important part. That's the first thing your client's going to look when they get out of the chair, man. That's what's going to set you apart from just the average barber. This is what I've been really focusing my craft on these past couple months. The fades and tapers. I learned how to fade when I was 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? You guys been watching me since I was 14. Shaping up is way more important. They're both important though. As you can see, that taper on the side look a little suspect. I'm gonna touch it up though. Near his corner, you see that bulk line? I'm gonna get it though. But as you can see, the shape up is crispy. It's crispy. And these were just his bangs. I cut off a lot of his bangs with the 4 and the 3 guard. And the rest of the overhang, I just cut off with my trimmers, as you can see I'm doing now. As you can see, symmetry is a big part of my barber game now. Like, that's very important to me, making the hairline straight. Because you can have a crispy lineup, but what's a crispy lineup when the hairline isn't straight? It's not symmetrical. Right now, we're going to be adding some enhancements. And notice how I'm spraying it lightly. I'm using them in moderation because this hairline's already dark. So I'm not going to make it too dark to where it looks fake. I'm going to just use a little bit. And I usually don't do this, but I did it for the video. I enhanced his beard a little bit. And this is where I just retouch up that side because it was just looking weird to me. His hair is difficult to blend. I'm not going to lie. It looks easy, but it's difficult. I don't know why, but it's very difficult. Right now, I'm just freehanding the loose hairs. As you can see, that big patch right there is sticking up. I'm gonna end up getting that. But I like to use my end as masters for these just because the teeth are longer. I feel like I have more control with this blade. Now we're gonna be using our Easy Blade shaving product razor. Use my promo code the4thken for 10% off any products that you may buy from here. So notice how my blade's tucked and I'm stretching the skin. And these razors are awesome because it allows me to create a perfect ash line. I like making my ash lines thin and not too bulky. Just a precise ash line to add contrast to the skin. Now this isn't an alternative to using the pencil because the pencil is a cheat. You're cheating. Same with enhancements, you're cheating. So right here, we're just gonna be freehanding the rest of his hairs. And then we're gonna be retouching up the one side of his edge up. And as you can see, that's fire, man. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. Literally perfectly straight. Like, this is what I'm really trying to show y'all. Like, I stepped my game up, man. I really stepped my game up. It's all about them shape ups, man. I stepped my game up. And this, even if I didn't use enhancements on this, it still would have been a similar finished product. So this is how my client came in. He wasn't looking too rough, but when a client gets a high taper, when it grows in, it kind of looks bad. So we had to get him together. He wasn't looking too rough though. And this is how my client's leaving. As you can see, the hairline's crispy. We finessed that bald spot on his taper. Beard's blended. Back taper's there. Hair's laid down. And yeah, this is the cut. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And it's the 4th Ken, and I'm out. Peace.